turn to pick.
Possibly a
game earlier. That's the count.
typical. What, the day before yesterday? Yeah, 2 days ago. So base int was reduced by 2, swarm cooldown was increased at early levels, time-lapse cooldown was increased at early levels, and then his mana break and strength talents got swapped from level 10 to 15. So you'd think that would make a dent in the hero's viability, but no, it doesn't seem like it, and Moogie picks himself up a tier 1. Yeah, see, people are trading now.
You take our Nature's Prophet, we'll take your pump. Fine. I feel like after the last game, LGD is like, alright, take it.
Yeah. Chalice specifically is like, yeah, thank you, please, I'm tired of playing it.
Please stop putting me on this.
I mean, he's managed to get a hell of a lot of farms still, Dagon 5 and all the other fixins on his Pugna, but wasn't enough. Yet again, I mean, that's another thing, like, they had the Pugna and the Shadow Shaman. Still, we were never really able to take objectives the way that these heroes should be able to.
Yeah, they never used the Serpent Ward's objective. Pugna wasn't really pushing.
Yeah.
It just seemed like everything was kind of out of sync.
5 seconds remaining.
I agree, and that's compliments of Newbee's, I mean, I focused on the itemization a lot in the analysis of the last game, but their decision-making in general, like, you itemize a certain way, but then you have to play around those items. Like, you can build an Orchid, but if you're just split pushing Nature's Prophet all the time, then the Orchid is not useful. You need to be contributing to fights and initiating with that Orchid to put the fear into the Ember Spirit and Juggernaut, and that's exactly how Inflame played it. It's so many respect bans. What is going on? The LGD are basically banning out Newbee's last draft. Kunkka, Vistage, and Weaver. And then they pick up the Nature's Prophet.
5 seconds remaining.
Kunkka ban, Visage ban, everything's just, you beat us with this last game and we're not gonna let you have it again.
I mean, they would have gotten rid of the Undying too if they didn't already pick it up first.
Yeah, you put pretty good Kunkka. Landed so many boats, so many torrents, some without X, where he would lead. It looked really good, and now you've got this Chen, which was played by X-Nova in the last series.
Right. This is the same combination they had, was Shaker and Chen. The Chen on X-Nova, with Shaker on FY, and F was given farm priority, which I think is the most important thing to note about
10 seconds
being, like, too... Because roaming isn't really that much of a thing anymore, and so oftentimes you're like, oh, okay, well, I guess Chen probably gets the farm priority to at least the early stages of the game to make sure that, you know, he's not utterly useless. But Shaker was given a 15 or 17 minute Blink Dagger in their game against eHome, so I'm expecting a similar performance, hopefully, from FY this game. I mean, so far, there's nothing that really screams, oh man, you gotta get a Blink Dagger early. I think in the game against eHome, they were against Faceless Void, I think? I don't remember exactly, but early Blink Dagger on Shaker was very, very useful. And it can be useful here against a Pugna, but there aren't like any blinking heroes like an Anti-Mage or Lifestealer. You need to get him before he gets his rage off or something like that. And Gyrocopter also a hero that doesn't necessarily need to be initiated on very quickly, but, you know, you'll take an instant kill whenever you can get it.
Gyrocopter, Pugna, Undying, and wow! Yeah, I saw this in the open qualifiers where, despite the nerfs, Spectre is still getting picked up.
Desolate is the size of the freaking friend zone now, and she still gets exposure. I'm amazed, but
10
whatever.
seconds remaining.
We'll see. I mean, I guess Gyrocopter
5
is
seconds
a
remaining.
hero who will often not really be too close to his team because he wants to get in as deep into the enemy team as possible to make sure his flak cannon is hitting everything. But it's a late game carry, no matter how you slice it, Desolate or not. She's still going to, you know, be extremely tanky whenever you reach the later stages of the game.
That rider here, and that's going to be in
10
the
seconds
off
remaining.
lane for them, and that's going to be
In the flames for them.
In flame, who
5 seconds
yeah, in
remaining.
flame. Bat rider
Firefly.
is flames, Firefly, Bat rider,
It's
flame break.
late. You guys.
I was doing this
put the
to
joke
Mo.
together.
I was doing this to Mo yesterday during the open qualifiers, and by the end of the day, he just didn't talk to me.
Newbee's turn to bat.
He was like, seriously, B-Cop, enough. I was like, yeah, he was moving at Ferrari speed.
Oh man, that's good. I would totally be in for that.
He was upset.
What are we if we can't enjoy a good pun every now and again?
Seriously. But Bat
10
Rider
seconds
is classic in flame. When you saw him on LFY
5
back in the
seconds
heyday,
remaining.
that was his staple hero. And it's interesting to see it back again. And, you know, the way he played it is pretty aggressive.
Yeah, a hero that's going to be very irritating for Spectre to have to deal with. He doesn't... I don't know how much farm this Pugna is going to get. So far, I'm assuming it's going to be a mid-Pugna, but I can't guarantee that yet.
To pick.
The Bat Rider could still be 4, couldn't he?
When you have Inflame on your team, would you really be willing to do that?
I would.
Yeah, okay. It doesn't look like they're going to either.
Alchemist.
Okay, so never mind. So it's going to be mid-Alk, safe lane Gyro, and then I don't know where they're going to put this Pugna. I get the feeling that lanes are going to be very, very dynamic this game because the Chen and this Pugna I'm guessing are going to be dancing around each other. I think it would be a mistake not to give Bat Rider some farm priority, so I don't really want Pugna and Bat in the same lane. I would much rather have Undying and Bat in the same lane, and then let Pugna be a 5, which is, again, something I'm not a big fan of. But, I mean, not a 5, but like, I don't know, supporting the safe lane carry is what I'm in.
What do LG need last or mid?
Actually, I guess you
Do
could do Pug Bat Rider. I guess Decrepify into Firefly, it must be, like, incredibly difficult to deal with. But so is Decay and Firefly. Man, Bat Rider, what a hero. Why don't more people pick him?
He's starting to come back into the mix.
Yeah? Yeah, I'm okay with that. I saw his Immortal at TI, like, so rarely. Bat Rider, one of the most, like, consistent picks of all time. Same with Darkseer, though, and Darkseer was completely unpicked or unbanned at TI, I recall. Him, Slark, Slardar, and Dazzle, I think, were the 4 heroes that were completely ignored at TI. Huskar, however, saw definitely some play at TI, and he's going to be seeing some play here against this LGD versus Newbee lineup.
Are you getting like a purple checkerboard over LGD?
No, but that would mean that you're probably missing textures or particles or something. You can disconnect and reconnect, but it's a bit of a bit. I would wait until we get in the game, and then you can diagnose which hero is giving you issues.
The Huskar was picked and it showed up for a second.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting because Huskar recently got the remodel, so maybe that's where your game's having some issues. Well, we'll see. It's going to be... Yeah, I'm a little bit suspicious. It's okay.
The first day of qualifiers, and I'm just like having problems all across the board.
I guess this does tell me that you have not seen a Huskar in the open qualifiers, though. That's what I'm gathering from what you're telling me.
Yeah, I didn't at all.
Well, then, what a coincidence. In any case, Ame on the Spectre, maybe on the Huskar, X-Nova on the Chen, as we expected. Pugna. I think Bat setup. We'll see how much time Eknova spends in each lane.
What's the win conditions for both these teams looking like?
I mean, anytime you have a Spectre, the win condition for your Spectre team is get it to like 40 minutes. And then
get opened up by Huskar. And kind of get in there.
they don't have Chalice's Nature's Prophet, so it's a little bit risky. Like, ideally you go for something a little bit more consistent than a Huskar, because Huskar will win a game by himself. He doesn't need a Spectre to help him win the game. Either Huskar has a good game and he is dominant all game long, or he has a bad game and you're not going to be useful making space for a Spectre. So it's a little weird that they go for it, but I'm sure it's probably a comfort pick in this strategy. Or maybe they're like, oh wait, I forgot Spectre got nerfed. Let's pick another core or something like that. So yeah, Huskar does change it somewhat. And Newbee, with the last pick, Alchemist have a similar strategy. It's just a slightly earlier window. Like, Alchemist has the same idea, which is like, yeah, let me farm for a really long time. I'm not going to join into any team fights. And Gyrocopter's like, okay, that's cool. I'll join in the team fights early on. So Huskar and Gyro will be matching each other's paces in the first 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes of the game, and then 30 to potentially 50 minutes, you'll expect the Spectre and Alchemist to be matching each other's pace.
And they've also... Looks like they're committing Ame to the bottom lane, with Chalice taking this Nature's Prophet over top, which, how do you feel about that coming out as... That was a couple of pots.
Like I said, I expect this to be pretty dynamic. I don't expect anyone to stick around in any lane for very long. We'll see how the dance of the few TPs pans out, but I would expect everyone to be moving around. Like, I don't think Nature's Prophet's going to be very happy with this. And if they want to make him sacrificial and make him live with it, then that's fine. But if he dies a lot and your Bat Rider starts getting a lot of farm on the side of Newbee, then you need to start swapping lanes. Wait, so is Huskar still all corrupted for you? Or what happened?
No, Huskar... pretty good.
Alright. Looking swole.
Over the bottom. And they'll have the fissure that land. The Spectral Dagger on Namugi. They've got the body box coming in from FY. First blood here for X-Nova. They also look over at Faith for a moment. FY does have fissure. The two-man decay through from Faith. Team Stone Strength. Gyro coming back in. And it looks like they're thinking about just continuing to pressure him back.
Yeah, I don't think you can kill him.
Strength, that makes it very hard.
Yeah. But Spectre gets herself a nice kill. First blood ends up going to X-Nova, unfortunately, but whatever the case, her lane gets a good kill. It looks like X-Nova is actually going to be sitting still. They're going to have FY moving around.
They're going to try and really shut down S-Triple-C if they can. And there was a ward, I believe, that spotted this movement.
Well, SCCC is definitely very suspicious right now. Pings out that Earthshaker's missing. Wants some answers. And might get one in the form
anyway
of a fissure.
A lot of damage here early from that Huskar, but not really gonna matter all too much. And actually, I see that it goes back to lane for a moment and gets hit 3-4 more times. So the burn is heavy.
Yeah. It's not... this is actually a reasonably okay matchup for an Alchemist. Like, right now it sucks, but Alchemist is all physical damage. Unstable Concoction is physical, Acid Spray drops armor and ticks physically, and so the Berserker's Blood passive is now they get the block on Newbee.
Yeah, and the kill, one more shot. Ame claims it, and GG, they're up 2-0 early. Faith with a nice decay as over toward... They do get the kill on the Chalice. We expect this to happen, where you said yourself that Chalice might be the sacrificial lane.
Exactly. Which, now that you've gotten 2 kills on the bot lane, like, I wouldn't mind... you can't send Chen, but I guess Shaker could come up here. It's just that a melee support can't really do very much to zone out a Bat Rider. So I guess they'll just be content with this. You've got a Spectre on your team, really. She's all that matters.
He might be dead here too. He's running up the cliff, but that's into the hands of X-Nova. He tried for that decay, it's not going to work. And then look at SCCC has to walk all the way back to be.
Yeah,
this is making the Hustlers lane very easy, and this is exactly what you want if you're LGD.
I'm curious if SCCC is going to take Unstable Concoction earlier on, because it stresses a Huskar out, because it means that he can't get to like super critical HP, because there will be a big physical damage nuke, and your Berserker's Blood passive will not help at all. Catyu has temporarily taken over the mid lane, and Pugna is reasonably okay at dealing with compliments of Decrepify, but later on, like, he has the problem with Berserker's Blood because he's all magic damage, unlike the Alchemist. And now Mugi blocked again.
Oh boy.
A lot of damage.
Is nice with the homing missile. Mugi takes the hit from the totem. And now Penance comes in from X-Nova. It doesn't look like those
daggers up in 1 second.
Ame, but especially maybe they do just go in and grab it, and there it is. Ame clears it up. Looks like Ame might back off a little bit too far, but comes back in to help clean up this gyrocopter. And now the Sticky Napalm on top of Chalice, trying to run. It's Bat Rider coming all the way in under the tower. He'll use that stick.
He does not have any creeps.
And Inflame, okay, they'll just kind of trade.
Dude, Chalice is super hype about that. He died second, so he got all the experience, and he shouldn't even be getting kills. I don't know why Inflame was so aggressive there. I mean, like, if he had a creep wave, then yeah, absolutely go for that dive, but maybe it was some creep aggro tactic. Maybe the Treants were like drawing off the creep wave, and that's why they didn't follow Inflame. Because I can't imagine that he would go for that dive if he didn't have a creep wave. But whatever the case, Chalice gets a kill. Now SCCC.
Yeah, he is in a lot of trouble. The totem comes in, and FY. This is looking really good for LGD, and despite it only being less than 1,000 net worth lead, that's Nova dropping. Dagger hits on him too, but there's no chase. Despite it being just a less than 1,000 net worth lead, that it do impart to the Alchemist. So LGD look like they're in a solid position right now, and you see that shrine. I don't know if we can go in after that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Look, and Somnus is level 6.
You have two plans. Either you protect SCCC even more, or you go really hard on Spectre. Those are your two options. The best bet at doing either of those things, but he needs help. So I don't know, I'm like,
Right. They just lost their 2 cores there very quickly.
lassoed as well.
Boy, Chalice burning to death, but here comes the Huskar. Is Chalice gonna die?
Wow.
No. Doesn't even
What
go
a
down,
twist.
and maybe comes in and down 3-1. He's happy.
Why did so many tower shots hit Chalice? Did he like try to kill a Kurt or something? At least I'm pretty sure it was tower shots. Maybe a homing missile, like particles or something like that. I don't know. Whatever the case, homing missile was still on him, and Bad Rider saw that as an opportunity, which any reasonable Bad Rider would. But then Huskar comes in and plot twists that entire thing.
And Shyamalan right now.
Yeah, exactly.
With the plot twist. And he's got the armor. He's going right into the BKB. How do you feel about this item?
So first item BKB you usually hate, but like I said, Huskar's job is to be the middle ground before Spectre becomes a force of nature. So, you know, whatever it takes. If it's a first major item BKB, oh wait, no, he's changing it now. I mean, I would be okay with an early BKB, but whatever allows him to make space for Spectre is what you should build. Is now in the mid lane. There's quite a bit of action. Tombstone gets dropped.
Why the fissure comes out, the Tombstone dropped. I'm getting lag once again. The send back comes out from X-Nova to bring Earthshaker back. I am so upset with this firewall coming in and just burning me out.
You're like as far away as you could possibly, because I think even like California or European casters are probably closer to China theoretically.
Yeah, over here in New York.
Yeah,
working out well. But this time I load right back in, so too bad.
it's okay. You've got prime EU ping though. I bet. What's your ping on EU West or East?
West is like 110, I think.
Oh wow, it's not bad.
Maybe 90 on good days.
Wow. I live in US, so I get mediocre pings to literally everything. Like, I saw KP talking about something on Twitter where he was just like, oh, I gotta play on like 80 ping, and I'm like, dude, 80 ping is like a good day for me on either of the US servers.
Take the tier 2 tower. And this is what I like about the Huskar and the Nature's Prophet as well, is they can set pressure, set the tone, launch them aggressive, and Haunt comes out, now going over towards the Bat Rider, the lasso through, onto X-Nova, but Ame gets the kill, and Haunt again leading to a kill for Ame.
Rare footage of Desolate proccing in 7.19C. Literally no allies within like a 8,000 range radius, so it actually procs. And interesting skill build. Like, I don't think Dispersion max early is what you usually see. Is now down goes Shake in the mid lane, compliments of a call down on a life train. But yeah, she's maxing out a Dispersion because Desolate is useless now. At least for farming purposes, but yeah. Oh man.
Ancients, but they found Ame. Spectral Dagger, however, comes out, and down to the low ground he goes. They actually stay near here, and dropping that Tombstone, they can't contest this Roshan anymore.
Yeah, I don't even think they knew it was happening, to be honest, but regardless, yes, they definitely cannot contest it now.
And Huskar, one of the better Aegis carriers.
Oh, for sure. And this Bat Rider needs to be careful. He just spent a drum charge, so I think he was trying to go in on FY.
Find anything there, and again, Huskar opens up the map. You got Spectre 400 called away from the Sacred Relic. Things are looking good.
Yeah, this is looking extremely good. Granted, we haven't really seen CC do a whole bunch of much, which means that he has managed to farm up a Dagger and a Radiance. So
the unstable concoction cooldown, as is tradition at the moment. And use that unstable concoction. Try and get there with the blink. He's bound. Nova X-Nova close. Now he's stunned. LGD. Let's see if they want to come around the back. Maybe starting to throw those spears at the Bat Rider. Uses the drum to disengage. Newbee, they don't back off all the way just yet. And neither do LGD. And there it is, the send back onto this Huskar. So they finally disengage.
not exactly the Blink Dagger reveal that I think SCCC was hoping for, but they don't lose anything at least. And he's still farming away. I'm curious what his item build will be. So he's cute of a Mantis style, which means that he's just gonna go toe-to-toe with Spectre. He does.
Yeah, oh yeah, Bat Rider. Two shots with the ulti there. Life Break, very balanced skill there. Getting out of the Spectral Dagger is this Spectre, and
CCC is in a very awkward situation right now. He doesn't have
got the unstable concoction once again, throws the stun, but then with the Life Break with the double damage still on maybe. That's Triple C is going to go down, and LGD still sitting even against an Alchemist.
Yeah, Spectre participates in that fight as well, which means that she gets a healthy chunk of gold from an Alchemist assist, and she's basically got her Radiance depleted.
Oscar has basically done his job at this point. Keep the mid-game pace a little bit slower. Make sure you don't really fall behind 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 net worth. Keep the map open for Spectre and get the Radiance. I mean, what are your feelings on this game now that the Radiance has been picked up?
It's looking pretty grim because, like, even now, like, what the hell is Bat Rider supposed to do? He went for a drop first build for early aggression, so he's 800 gold away from a Blink Dagger, and Spectre already has Radiance completed. Whatever you were hoping to achieve with the Bat Rider started and finished in the lane. It's because at this point, the entire team is going to be all over you. Nature's Prophet's going to teleport. Baker has the Blink Dagger completed on FY, which is another thing that is just blowing by benchmarks. Spectre has Haunt. Life Break is up for, like, constantly up, obviously. And, oh, interesting. He leaves it at level 1.
Also, by the way, just took a big Ancient stack away from the Radiant side. It was, I think, a 3 or 4 stack here in the Ancients.
Poor Alchemist. And Pyro.
Yeah.
What's Dude, I haven't seen Moogie. What's that? Oh man, that's why I haven't seen him.
Sitting here, based on the network.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Gyro does not do Huskar's job in Huskar. You are not going to be able to make, like, Alchemist is building a Mantis style. He doesn't need space. He's just going to be slip pushing with illusions. Someone needs to fight, and if it's not going to be Alchemist, then I don't think a first item beacon is really going to help that much, because, like, okay, fine, you'll be somewhat immune to Shaker's stuns, but Oscar's still going to jump all over you. Spectre's, you know, got a Radiance, which is a right-click item. It does 65 damage. Sure, you won't miss, but still.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Whatever happened to Saint Genyatta? That used to be an item at one point.
Somnus, or maybe start to just take this tier 1 tower top. Or tier 2 tower top. Wow, I got everything wrong about that sound.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, and he still has 0 seconds left on the stage, JK. Wait. Yeah, there we go.
There it is. There's the echo. It's a great text message horn, by the way. If anybody's looking for a text message ringtone, click for it.
Go F1, going in on Moogie.
And they've got the Haunt coming in, and Moogie in a lot of trouble. One more shot, Ame gets the kill, and I think that's the Radiance being shown up.
Well,
I don't know if they had come to stop. I mean, I have to assume that it had been up, but that's the first time I think fight had happened, and maybe they did.
I don't really think you, like, change your style once you, like, whenever you see Spectre gets a Radiance, that's like a you doing it and then get mad at your team moment, not like, oh god, I gotta play differently because Spectre has an Aegis now. You're just like, I mean, a Radiance now. You're just like, god damn it, it's 19 minutes and she has a Radiance. What were you guys doing in your lane? What lane was Spectre in, guys? As Next Nova does.
Going down, stun thrown at Chalice. X Nova was dead to rights there. He had the rest of the team with him. Blink and Echo Slam. Have we seen? We've seen, like, what?
Yeah,
one Echo Slam maybe.
I think so. Hasn't done very many, but he showed off the blink as he went on that gyrocopters now.
That moment.
Just wants D ward, and
now they're blinking with the totem. And there's the Echo. It's not a big one, but It's the Bat Rider, they'll get the kill. Ame with another one. 2 heroes die on the side of Newbee. They'll drop down the call down. Or drop the call down. And tier 2 is still gonna drop. OGD, they're pressuring the entire side of the map. Like, this is where you start to shut down the Alchemist farm.
Yeah, Alchemist with the Manasol. Or actually, he does not have it yet. He's trying to get to the secret shop with the Courier. Courier is doing deep espionage on the left side of the map, but yeah, this is not the kind of pressure that an Alchemist wants to be under. He wants to be subjecting the enemy team to the kind of pressure where all of your lands are just perpetually on your side of the map, but no, CCC has to farm underneath his tier 3 right now, which means that poor Gyrocopter is just trying to find whatever scraps are available on the map. They're gonna go for a smoke, which is a pretty good time. Haunt is down for 30 seconds, but I would be amazed if we can get more than 1 kill out of this. And the dire scan witnesses the entire thing, so I think FY. Oh!
Blink away from McFly, just getting away from the hands of Inflame, or the lasso of Inflame.
And nothing comes out of it. FY successfully pops the smoke and gets out Godfrey.
Yeah, it doesn't have to tank the gank at all.
And he's going for an item scepter second item, and he's probably going to get it sooner than Jar finished. No, Jar will get his BKB. Regardless, like, Shaker's farming far better than he has any right to. Whenever he has a freaking Spectre on his team.
Like, battle almost finished with. I don't think he's going thing like they made okay bro all crap here behind Come here, dying cat, you gets the back.
Will be up in 2 seconds.
Like you said, see.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And it's because you get like a phone up top. Aware of it.
Let's say what I will do with this power.
really if you who acts, I'm pretty sure he didn't need to act as BKB. And this is looking pretty close to. Not single tier 3 has been claimed yet, but HGs are both on the Roche. I mean, both on the Conqueror, and Spectre is working her way to a Heart. Light Break comes out.
Forcing the BKB of movie, but
That's
still, how much
BKB.
damage he does. But yeah, 10 BKB, you just got that. It's pristine. It's nice. It's used. Not expensive. For Newbee,
Kill the
in
Scar 3
hypotheticals, you knew what I was gonna ask. Kill the Scar 3 times. Fair. That's fair. And it's love.
Great question. Kill it one time.
Yeah. All for them. Just continuing to dominate the game. And yeah, Ami 7-1 and 8-2. It almost feels like he's just coincidentally 7-8. It's all this farm.
Special,
Yeah.
you know, just no big deal. Just scar things.
And then, you know, something we haven't really spoken of, I would say, at all, is Alex. 13,000 vessel, mail, Trey, going into Shadow Fade. He's fine.
The hex is overkill. Like, there's no one who critically needs to be hexed, but he's just like, well, I've got, you know, I've got all this gold. What do we need, guys? And you can never go wrong with side advice, so I don't even really think there was anything else worth getting. There's no time to focus on really that valuable. BK, oh, not really, so who cares about fire? Get votes. I see they're going for a little bit to make Batrider even more unpleasant, but someone else can vote. Like, it's no.
At 500 gold. Hasn't been.
No, his Spectre has gotten a net style recently, and she's extending up illusions every form of the rating, so I kind of understand. I just love this thing like all this. So it's hard to farm.
Challenge form. Oh boy.
Well,
Out of the there's the link with done, but and here for fight the gang.
yeah,
He's okay with
smoke. Wow, Newbee, I'm playing.
and out of the map.
Yeah, on the last was basically the planning phase. Rune time, and no alchemist loves to turn.
Just here be ready. And looking over at the
I share my pain.
He'll take doing as well. Okay, hold it. Actually, over and who chat set found. You want to get the kill. They're gonna TP coming up from once again. So on the 4 after you fight that flame away. Don't make it.
Like,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What is it?
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
forest comes in. Now there's a... They go next. Nobody... He's okay in this. So get X, come in, and up him. Triple six. Oh no! Huskar still on a run. He's style. Survivors on Newbee's end, and coming back we back as Socks is one who.
They're able to see down the spectrum, but what you are doing to the Spectre is something that you're not doing to the Huskar. So all that damage that you poured to the Spectre, not only was that returned to you in the form of dispersion by a percentage, but that means that Huskar is like, oh, cool, you disabled, until your items, you spent little cooldown spells. That means that it's time for so one and 3 as they are being into this hair. Okay, he's got BK, so I'm okay. I'm okay. That's a bug.
Oh no, I'm moving.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
This is night by this spell down. Down the axe. Don't earned by going past your forward. Learn your lesson and keep your best fresh.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's top
one of the ways you
is
now
under attack.
and is dive your forwards and team might.
So, but keeping outcomes out. So wait for the next road. With 30 seconds. It's a very, very early road, which the gods respond to. I may have an illusion in there, or maybe themselves are not expecting a Roche to come, so they'll probably do other stuff. Not a can creep.
We forced it. And another.
Oh, right, I was mistaken. Oh, what? It's still pretty Roche.
Not too bad. Got me next. I'm at 2 and 10. Sitting third in the net worth. Our second far away from this top.
Radiant's bottom shrine
Radiant's
is
AC
under attack.
Blink, but AE has been very defensive item. Slowly.
For
Really not.
Radiant's bottom
Movie.
shrine is under
His
attack.
phone is atrocious. Phase. I'm sorry. Phase boots and it be like that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Understanding priority to the alchemist.
Radiant's turret has been killed.
but in their
Wait. I'm don't be it order the down they will go great. Hey, no the guy on the echo he put